came out to my parents to sabotage their arranged marriage, but they had something up their sleeve that will change my life forever.
My guy is the epitome of keep them guessing.
He's always 6 steps ahead. So I'm pretty straight, maybe slightly bi, if we count femboys. Let's get that out of the way first. I'm also Indian American male, around 26 years of age. I'd first like to clear up some misconceptions around arranged marriage. A lot of non-Indians seem to think it's literally your parents choose who you marry and that's that, but that is not the case. Instead, it's more like your parents tap their network to find potential partners for you. If you like each other's pics, then you guys meet in person and then you decide whether or not you want to get married. So basically, your parents are Tinder and you get a meeting or two to decide whether or not you want to get married.
I love your parents are Tinder.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice.
It is nice.
It's not quite as bad as many of you think, but the whole process feels super rushed, and I'd rather date someone before I figure out if we're compatible or not, rather than like 2 dates and they're like married.
Totally.
Honestly, I feel like this model works better than Tinder.
They're giving you options.
Anyways, my parents have recently been getting on my case about getting married. Apparently, I'm getting older and need to settle down and give them grandchildren or something like that.
We're 26. 26. Time to die.
Basically, every time I see them, which is fairly often since I live close by, they have a new potential match for me, a picture of some girl, and ask me if I'd be willing to meet her. It's honestly super annoying, but I'm too non-confrontational to really put my foot down and say, I don't want an arranged marriage. After all, if I do, there'd be an argument or at a minimum, some interrogation about why I don't want one. Anyways, I was thinking of ways I could get them to stop harassing me about getting married. The idea popped into my head.
Don't say it.
It'd be a lot easier just to come out as gay than to explain why I didn't want to be in an arranged marriage.
This is so insane to me.
I don't want to learn to drive, so I'm just going to say I want to be a pilot.
I don't want to spend time cooking, so I'm just going to go up to people eating their meal and just eat it in front of their face.
My parents were fairly conservative, but weren't the type to disown their kids. And if I just said I was gay, I'd have a solid reason to not get an arranged marriage. I didn't like girls. So that's what I ended up doing last time I was visiting. They were showing me pictures of some girl, and I just looked them dead in the eyes and said, Mom, Dad, I'm gay. All right, well, John, if you were trying to get out of an arranged marriage, what would you do?
Oh my God, bro. I'm not this. Never that. Your card's going to get pulled eventually.
Yeah. They got really quiet and awkward and asked me if I was sure. And I said, yes.
No.
My mom told me they'd love me no matter what and do what makes me happy. My dad was a lot more awkward and quiet, but later gave me a similar talk about he was a bit uncomfortable with the idea, but recognizes that times are changing.
Oh, yeah.
And I should do what makes me happy. Overall, I did feel kind of bad because of how genuinely my parents seemed to respond to me, but was happy with the result. No more arranged marriage.
Oh, bro.
They stopped giving me arranged marriage proposals and stopped showing me pictures of girls until last weekend.
Oh, God.
I visited them as usual and was greeted by my mom, who was a bit more excited than usual. She sat me down and pulled out a binder with a bunch of pictures of guys. Apparently, my parents had spent the last month or so looking for any and all gay Hindu Indian men who I could potentially marry.
OP, I'm looking right at you. What did you think would happen?
You made your bed and now you have to marry it. So now I guess I'm dealing with the exact same shit. Instead of being greeted with pictures of cute Indian girls, I get to see pictures of gay Indian dudes instead. My life. At this point, my plan is either to find a girlfriend and tell my parents she totally turned me straight, or maybe marry a twink or something. I don't know. But John, there is an update. In OP's situation, what would you do?
You have to stop.
I think you have to commit to being gay.
You're kind of, yeah.
Okay, so I visited my parents, and as always, I resolved to tell the truth.
Yeah, right.
However, when I got there, my mom, as always, pushed the binder in my hands, and I kind of lost my resolve to tell her once again. I decided to just play along. It was then I remember the people on this thread who made fun of me for liking femboys and questioned whether or not I was really straight. I kind of took that to heart and decided to look at the binder of dudes in earnest to see if I liked any of them. To be honest, I'm glad I did. Most of the dudes were unattractive, as I expected, but I found one dude on there who legitimately, I think, is way cuter and more feminine than the vast majority of girls I've seen.
Take that, ladies.
Yeah, I'm actually super straight and only into super feminine creatures.
Yeah.
I told my mom I liked him, and she kind of joked around asking me what the point of being gay is when I wanted a dude who looked like a girl anyway.
typical mom. That is classic mom energy right there.
I love that. She talked to his parents. We had a meeting set up over Zoom, and overall, it went really well. Me and him have a bunch of common interests. We're both massive weebs and history nerds. And he also disclosed that he apparently cross-dressed in private, which only made me like him more.
Here we are.
In the end, though we both decided we didn't want to rush into marriage and wanted to do a dating trial run of sorts, I told my parents and they were fine with it. My dad literally just told me that as long as we have marriage as the eventual goal and don't have sex before marriage, they didn't mind if we dated. Y'all, literally this whole show could have been avoided if I was just honest with them. So, as for the date, we lived in the same state. It was just a 3 to 4 hour drive away. We've mostly just had Discord calls and spent time together gaming. This Saturday, though, we finally managed to meet up in person and have a date. And honestly, I think I'm in love.
What?
Dude's cuter than any girl I've ever met, but unlike most girls, he's actually into the same things I am. TLDR, guess I was gay all along.
Oh, this story just like... your emotions just tousled.
I want to know what everyone else thinks. Is OP the a-hole? John, what would you do in this situation?
I'm walking you through it. First off, OP, a maniac for pretending to be gay. That, boom. Adorable ending. Adorable.
So cute.
Adorable
So cute.
ending. I love the ending. But OP, you know what? I'm giving you the a-hole. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
That is, I'm thrilled.
Thrilled that it's a happy ending.
I love it.
I love it so much.
The best outcome possible from the terrible scenario.
Stop being such
that
a
you
crier
created.
and like fess up, bro.
Oh my God. But it's cute. I like it.
It is hella cute. Hey, if this has ever happened to you, put it in the comments.
Please.